Alexander stumbled over his own feet for the third time that morning, catching himself on the edge of the training platform. Laughter erupted from the other cadets, a mixture of species from across the Galactic Coalition. A Vaxian with crystalline skin clicked his mandibles in amusement, while two Kelthari twins whistled their equivalent of mockery through their breathing slits. "Careful there, human," one of them called out. "Wouldn't want you breaking something before the actual trials begin." Alexander's face flushed red as he straightened himself, adjusting his training uniform. He'd been at the Coalition Combat Academy for 3 weeks now, and every single day felt like a test of his patience more than his abilities. Earth had only joined the Galactic Coalition 2 years ago, and humans were still the newest, least impressive species in everyone's eyes. Maybe Earth should have sent their coordination-enhanced specimens, the Vaxian, Krell, said loudly enough for everyone to hear. "This one seems defective." Anna, the only other human in their training cohort, shot Alexander a sympathetic look from across the room. She was everything he wasn't: graceful, coordinated, naturally athletic. She'd earned the respect of their peers through sheer competence, while Alexander seemed to trip over air itself. The training hall doors hissed open, and Instructor Jother entered. The Kixitiel warrior stood nearly 8 feet tall, her forearms moving with fluid precision, her scaled skin gleaming under the artificial lights. She was a legend, having trained some of the Coalition's finest warriors for over 40 standard cycles. "Form ranks," she commanded, her translator rendering her clicks and hisses into perfect galactic standard. "Today, we test reflexes." The cadets assembled quickly. Alexander took his place, trying to ignore the snickers still coming from Krell's direction. Jother moved to the center of the training floor. Reflexes determine survival. In combat, the difference between life and death is measured in milliseconds. You will each face the reactive gauntlet. Sensors will track your response time to stimuli. The current Academy record is 127 milliseconds, held by a Kelthari with military-grade neural mods. One by one, cadets stepped into the testing chamber. It was a cylindrical room with walls that could produce projectiles, light bursts, and sonic pulses from any direction. The goal was simple: dodge, block, or deflect as many as possible. Anna went first among the humans. She performed admirably, her 143 millisecond average drawing nods of approval from Jother. Several other cadets posted respectable times, though none broke the record. Then came Alexander's turn. He stepped into the chamber, his heart pounding. Through the transparent walls, he could see the other cadets watching, some already smirking in anticipation of his failure. The test began. A flash of movement to his left. Alexander's hand shot out, deflecting a foam projectile. Another from above. He ducked, feeling it whistle past. 3 more came simultaneously from different angles. His body moved before his mind could process, weaving between them like water flowing around stones. The pace increased. Lights flashed. Sonic pulses whooshed. Projectiles came faster, harder, from more unpredictable angles. Alexander moved through it all, his consciousness seeming to separate from his body. He wasn't thinking anymore. He was simply reacting. When the test ended, Alexander stood in the center of the chamber, breathing hard but untouched. The room had fallen completely silent. Jother's 4 eyes widened as she examined her datapad. She checked it once, twice, then strode to the control panel and ran a full diagnostic. The other cadets pressed closer to the windows, confusion replacing their earlier mockery. "Impossible," Jother muttered. She looked up at Alexander, then at her equipment, then back at Alexander. "Run it again." "Instructor?" Alexander asked, uncertain. "The gauntlet. Again. Maximum difficulty." Alexander's second run was even faster. He moved like liquid mercury, every motion perfectly economical, every dodge precisely calculated by something deeper than conscious thought. When it finished, he'd improved his time. Jother approached the chamber slowly, all 4 of her arms held in a gesture of profound respect, something Alexander had never seen her do for any cadet. "Remove your shirt," she commanded. Alexander blinked. "Excuse me, your shirt. Remove it. Now." Confused and embarrassed, Alexander complied. Jother circled him, examining his spine, his neck, behind his ears, anywhere neural enhancement ports might be installed. "No modifications," she said finally, her voice carrying across the silent training hall. No cybernetics, no neural augmentation. She turned to address the assembled cadets, her translator amplifying her words. This human just posted an average reaction time of 891 milliseconds. Gasps echoed through the chamber. Krell's mandibles hung open in shock. That's impossible without mods, someone whispered. No off-worlder reacts that fast without mods. Jother continued. No one in this academy. No one in the coalition military I've trained in 40 cycles. Not even the Kelthari with their enhanced neural pathways. She placed one of her 4 hands on Alexander's shoulder. This is baseline human response capability. Anna stepped forward, her eyes wide. But Alexander, you're so clumsy. How? Alexander finally understood, a sheepish smile crossing his face. I'm not clumsy, he said quietly. I'm just not used to low-gravity environments yet. Earth's gravity is 1.3 times standard coalition norm. Everything here feels wrong. Too light, too floaty. I keep overcompensating. Jother's mandibles clicked in what might have been a laugh. You've been training in what amounts to a sensory deprivation environment, and still performed at this level. She addressed the cadets again. Let this be a lesson. Humans evolved on a high-gravity death world with hundreds of predator species. They had to be fast, to be faster than anything that wanted to eat them. Their clumsiness in our controlled environments masks reflexes honed by millions of years of survival. She turned back to Alexander. Tomorrow, we increase the training room gravity to Earth standard. I want to see what you can really do. Krell approached slowly, his earlier mockery completely gone. I apologize for my comments, Alexander. I didn't understand. Alexander nodded, accepting it. Around him, the other cadets looked at him with new eyes. Not with mockery, but with something that looked a lot like respect. Or perhaps fear. Anna grinned at him. Still going to trip over your own feet at breakfast? Alexander laughed. Probably. At least until they fixed the artificial gravity in the cafeteria. As the cadets filed out, already spreading the story of the clumsy human who moved faster than thought itself, Alexander realized something important. Humanity might be new to the galaxy, might be unimpressive in a dozen different ways, but they brought something unique to the coalition. They brought the reflexes of apex predators from a world that tried to kill them every single day. And that, as it turned out, was exactly what the galaxy needed. Indy.